I'm being lazy. I did to my bed. Just worked the night shift. On the night shift. And I want to talk about, my little side hustle. I got a few of them. But you guys know I like appliances. Why? Because there's so many ways to make money off of them. You can just go ahead and buy them and then sell them, the ones that are fixed. You can buy them and fix them and sell them. You can buy them and take them apart and sell them. You can just talk about them and your experiences. There are just a lot of ways to make money off of appliances. So this is from a GE washer. It's a timer. Most people don't even know what the timer looks like, you know. But this little mechanism right here is most of your problems when it comes to washers. This right here. This little bugger. Now here, when you turn your timer, so the first thing you do when you get a washer and you want to wash your clothes is, you plug it in and everything. Have it all hooked up nice. And the first thing you do is you turn that little knob. And you turn it to whatever you want it to, want it to do, whether it's whites, coloreds, and all that other stuff. You got all your choices. But this is what you're turning. This is what you're turning right here. This right here. This is what you're turning. It's your timer. Now this can go out very easily, and a few things can go wrong with this timer. Now they can be refurbished. You can actually go into the timer and fix on it. Right here, you see these screws right here? So you can actually go into the timer and fix on it if you know how to do such things. But if you don't want to do that and your timer goes out, what you can do is you have to, of course, get to it. But when you do, these numbers are most significant right here to get you a new timer. And like I said, I'm just telling you guys this information because it will save you a lot of money. Instead of the maintenance guy coming over and all this other stuff, you can just pop the screws off of the back of your washer. Boom. You're going to see your timer. You're going to see all your other knobs. And you can just take this apart. Here's your wiring harness right here. Pull that wiring harness off of there. Boom. Disconnect the knob. Boom. Right here. These are the numbers. This is what you want to know. So when you go on eBay or wherever that you go to fix or to get another one, these are the numbers that you want to look at right here. If these numbers don't match up, you're not going to have the correct timer. You're going to get one and it's just not going to fit. The wiring harness is not going to fit correctly. They're going to be in mixed spaces. It's just not going to work. You're going to have the wrong one, but you're going to have the right model. So you can have the same washer, but the wrong timer. And how does that happen? The year. The year changes. So you might have something that's, a 2024, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to think, oh, my 2024 broke down. Let me go and get another timer. And then you go and look at a 2022, but you don't know it came from a 2022. Boom. Your wiring harness is going to be different. How do I know this? Because these things happen all the time. The manufacturer doesn't, put out a whole APB and tell you that things are changing. You know what I mean? You find out the hard way. And if you buy something off of eBay and it doesn't have a return, you just spent $70 on something that you can't use. All you can do is repost it and see if you can get your money back. But this is what's happening. And a lot of your timers go out. This right here is your major problem. So the one thing I like about GE is they're pretty simple to fix. Not unless you're trying to take out a transmission. That can get a little difficult. But the GE is pretty simple to fix, and they're very reliable. I have one in my kitchen right now that I use. Probably I might use it today. It's very reliable, and I sell a lot of them. And I only sell them for, I don't know, maybe $225. I sell these GE washers for. But the thing about them is, what people don't understand about the GE washers, for one, it's a good washer, but if you abuse that thing, it's going to go out on you, and it's going to be very expensive to fix. Now, a lot of times people will pack it with clothes and quilts and all this other stuff, and then that will wear down on the rods. And next thing you know, you hear a scraping sound when it's spinning or when it's washing. What happened is you wore down the rods, or you got too much, it's too heavy, and now the engine that's on the bottom is hitting the plate at the bottom of the washer. There's a metal plate at the bottom, and that engine that's spinning where that belt is hitting the bottom of it. And you're like, oh, this is broken. No, take some of the clothes out and then wash, because those rods are expensive. Those rods cost something like $400+ for a set. They're very, very, very expensive. And this is why I tell people, you can take a GE washer, one that works, and you're like, you know what? I don't want this anymore, but I want to make a little money off the washer. You can take that doggone thing apart. You can make about $500 off of it, and you can buy it for $50. Somebody just might not want it anymore. Just the rods alone are $400. You can sell them on eBay for in between $75 to $125, and people will buy them. Those are just the rods. Those are just the things that are holding the washer up. Anyway, so like I said, whenever you have your parts, make sure you find the right numbers, the right serial numbers. Because if you don't, you're going to waste your money, and then you're going to be upset. For those of you who are mechanically inclined, and you might want to go ahead and fix these timers, I've never been into one of these. This one is a good timer. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no burn marks on where the wire harness is or anything. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes this is the problem, where your wire harness is. So you might have a surge that'll come through on some of these electronic devices. And when you take this wire harness off and you look inside it, you might have, some discoloration. That might be a problem because the connector, something's wrong with the connection. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk about this real quick. This is a common problem for your washers, and it's very easy to go ahead and replace. All right. And there it is. You guys take it easy. I see there's one person on here. How you doing? I think I'm going to go back to bed. Actually, I'm in bed. I might go back to sleep. Yeah. Get yourself some knowledge about your appliances, people. It's going to save you a lot of money. All right.